start? The first thing you should know about startups, based on my limited experience of about 30 months, is it's a lot of luck, and a lot of hard work, and a lot of frustration. If you're willing to put up with that for about 5 years of your life, then consider doing a startup. That's absolute minimum. That is not sufficient to succeed, but it is necessary to succeed. In life, you will never have anything. I don't mean to philosophize, but I'm a little older than you guys, so I'll tell you as if I'm your parent or something. So I don't mean to patronize. If you disagree, please raise your hand and we can talk about it. So and feel free. You know, I was in your shoes 8 years ago, so I know what it feels like when some self-important bore comes and talks for 1 hour and then tells you how he's so wise and rich and you guys are never going to make it. So I was saying, in life you'll find that people give you advice like those books, Secrets of Millionaires, or how to do this, or how to double your business in 30 days. Never read that book. No, I'm serious. I don't mean to say it as a joke, because those things are people, if anybody here has done statistics, anyone has done statistics here? Raise your hands, Just 2 people. Okay. Do you know what a false positive is? A false negative? Right? Okay, I see nodding heads, good. Those books are based on the simple correlation which people see and then they backtrack. So people who know what a false positive is will tell you, just because... Can you hear me without it? Can? Okay. So, there's a book, famous book called Good to Great. Anyone read that book? No? Okay. It tells you the famous companies of the last 30, 40 years and says why they succeeded. And they studied 5 cabinets worth of data and they said, these are the reasons we found that all the successful companies had these common reasons. Okay? And that book has sold, I don't know, 20 million copies, 10 million copies. It's considered, Steve Ballmer was supposed to be reading it one point of time. You know, Steve Ballmer, Microsoft CEO. The fact of the matter is, there's a book called The Halo Effect. If you want to read a book, read that book. The Halo Effect. That will teach you more about business than any book which says, here's how you become a millionaire. Because it will tell you what does not work, rather than what does work. Because there's nothing which is guaranteed to work. Ever. Alright? Even in the magazines when you hear, you know, do this and better abs in 30 days, it never works. Most people it won't work. There will be some people who will succeed and you will see them on the cover and the advertisement saying, I lost 30 pounds in 5 days. And so can you, but you can't. No, it's the reality of the situation. You will see the best case, you will see the rich ones who made it, and you will not see the 99 who died on the way or failed miserably and broke and bankrupt. So that's why I said, if you're not willing to devote 5 years of your life to something, and with 1 person or 2 people who you have to trust more than you would trust your wife or husband, or as much as you trust your father and mother. Because these people control your life's work. And your emotions are so dynamic in a startup. I mean, the highs are amazingly high. You feel like you're going to the next Google. You feel that about every 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And after about every 6 weeks or so, you feel like you don't deserve to live. And you have wasted your life and hacking it, the universe will finish 5 billion years before you hack it. This is the science of it. It's a brilliant idea. So, because it's a brilliant idea and it's catchy, at that time we used to call it twin USB. Because twin USB. And Lux, my co-founder, actually is a twin. So I think that's where the idea came from. So, real twin, identical twin. So, we got lucky. Senior Asia came and said, oh, nice, very cool. They took a picture of the PCB and they put it on Senior Asia. That was the first media mention of iTwin, and that was the day for weaknesses. Because you do have some, you're not perfect. And be willing to tell him his or her weaknesses. And both of you should be willing to trust each other enough to accept it at face value and let the other person work on your behalf